Hello, everyone, and welcome to Twillow Talk. I'm Tanys Coughlan from the Twillow Lifestyle Community, Twillow Lifestyle Academy. And my earbud is not working on that side.
It happens.
And I am joined by my beautiful co-host, Jennifer Jurkofsky.
Hello, hello.
From My Holistic Self. So it's been a day today.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about, hey, Cody. You're talking about the Schumann and stuff. And Nalani says, going to miss the show. Have a great show.
Aww.
Aww. Thank you. Yeah, we were talking about the Schumann, and so I thought maybe I should put my screen on to share the Schumann as I usually do. What was your day like?
Are you asking me? Or in general?
I'm putting it out there in general as well as you. How's everyone doing? That's the question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a wild weekend for me, so but it was a good day overall.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good day here. A little bit of work, a little bit of rest. It was good. Mm-hmm. I got my social media stuff to do tonight, so we're all good. Jump into that. And,
Mm-hmm.
But before we jump into that, maybe we should jump into this. This would be the Schumann.
Hello, Schumann.
Hello, Schumann. So we have a power of 60 today. So that's fairly elevated from what we've seen lately. And so, you might be feeling it. These little lines are pretty interesting, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of like at even intervals. Do we have galactic help? Perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
What else have we got here? So KP index, it's pretty good. Over the end of last week, we had a couple of really high days on here. So that was pretty intense. And then if we look here at our solar flares, it's been a little quieter than it was at the end of last week. So that's kind of nice in terms of that. You'll love the ads, playing on these things. Anyway.
Oh, gosh. It's always something going on over there.
Well, we thank spaceweatherlive.com for providing all of this information for us and the Schumann residents today as well. Disclosure news. So, what do we have going on in our other stuff?
News?
Disclosure news. That's the one that does it. Yeah.
So, I mean, on the disclosure side of things, we'll get into the transits in a minute, but I'm going to put out a link here. This is an article that somebody wrote about the public launch for the Experiencers.
Yes.
The Experiencers Initiative. And she did a fantastic job of really breaking down all of the timestamps with the speakers and everything. And it was a great show. So for anybody who is interested in checking it out, I'm going to link that in the chat there.
Awesome.
And there you go.
Beautiful.
So transits. Oh, energies, my energies. Today is the last day that we are in the gate 53. The gate of development, right? Beginning, transition, and change. It's the energy that moved us from the shadow of immaturity to the siddhi of superabundance through the gift of expansion. So if you've been, dealing with over the last, 6 days or so, some of those, shadow energies around seeking immediate results, wanting things to happen faster, feeling a little impatient, know the energies, and we're going to be shifting. So as of tomorrow or later today, depending on where you are in the world, we're going to be shifting into the gate 62. The gate 62 is the preponderance of the small. It's the gate of details. And so this is manifestation through details. I love the this. Okay, so the shadow of this is the intellect, and the Siddhi is impeccability with the gift of precision. That's that path. But I love that Richard Rudd, when he talks about this, he's like, stupidity of being clever, focusing on the facts, and the need to be right. Right. That really is the shadow energy here. It's the being the victim of language. So either being obsessive or redundant, which is just like overcorrective. And it's really interesting because we're not quite in the energy yet, but as we're leading into it, I've already had like talks with people recently about like somatic abuse and things like that. So it's really interesting that the energy is like already inching its way in a bit.
So maybe you can tell people what that means, somatic abuse.
Not somatic, semantic.
Semantic.
Yeah. So semantics are the way that we say things. And so it's that overcorrection of things in order to manipulate a conversation. Right. So what happens is, let's say, I would say, oh, it's really nice outside, but there's a lot of air blowing. And somebody's like, you mean wind? And I would be like, oh, well, yeah, but it's night. No. And then they'd be like over corrective as opposed to understanding the message or holding space for the conversation to continue.
Right.
It's that kind of energy where it's like, I'm going to get really caught up on this one thing so that we can't actually have the conversation. Right. Or if if you said to me like, Jen, you really don't look good in blue. And I'd be like, this is navy. And I don't know what you're talking about because navy, right? Just like that piece of like, I don't know.
That would not be a good conversation.
No. I'm normally like, I'm using ridiculous examples.
Yes.
But like, if I were to come, and say, when you did this, it really hurt my feelings. This is how I perceived it. And somebody would get very caught up in like a particular word or way I said something and not hear the message of what's coming, right? Mm-hmm. It's a way of manipulating in order to, control the conversation without allowing it to go to where you want it to go. Yeah.
Yeah. Play on words for control. Mm-hmm. I agree. Blue is a great color. We're good on you, Jen.
I think I'm good with blue, but everybody to each their own.
Exactly. Yes, I'd be shocked at this, Leah, as well.
Mm-hmm.
She said she was shocked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people say some interesting things sometimes.
And I wanted to say hello to Kira.
Hello.
Hello, Kira. Hello, Kaylee.
Hello, Kaylee.
And we have Leah. Welcome, Leah.
Yeah.
And Lori.
Hello.
Welcome. And of course, we have Jacqueline. So hello. So,
yeah.
Okay.
No,
I interrupted your thing for this.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I said it, and so I figured I'd have to dive into it.
Yes.
Yeah, so the energy in the 62, what we're moving into is about initiation through awareness. And this is not like grand ideas. It's the small things, right? That's the detail piece. Mm-hmm. And it's the tiny details that we can often overlook or get really stuck in. So, the details around the words we choose, the thoughts that we repeat, the stories we tell ourselves, all of that is a part of it, right? So the idea of like words we choose and the way that can get a little distorted. Again, shadows distort, right? So there is that component to it. But it's also about the quiet assumptions that we're making that are going to shape our experience. Mm-hmm. And so the gene keys through this sequence, it's reminding us that consciousness is revealed in the small moments, right? So not everything needs more thinking. We've talked about this so much on the show. Mm-hmm. I don't need to spend so much time thinking it through. Sometimes I just need a deeper seeing. And so the wisdom that's hidden in the details, and again, it's not about overthinking them, it's about allowing them to come forward. So the shadow energy that could be coming up for you this week is when we live inside the story, right? If I could just figure this out, then it would be okay. If I could just get all the pieces that I need, if I could just whatever, right? That, and the intellect here, it's not about intelligence. It's about what we're identifying with, right? So we can become so entangled in our thinking that we lose contact with the direct experience. The mind is louder than the present moment. And how many people have experienced that, right? The mind being so much louder. This is that anxiety of the past and the future, worrying, being caught up in like, did I come off okay? Did, what I say resonate? Is the person mad at me? And then, this, meeting that's coming up or this thing that I'm doing, and really worrying about that. And we're so often caught up in that loudness of the mind.
I never do that.
No, never replay conversation or try to predict an outcome. Right? And even that idea of like needing certainty before we're willing to do something. So if this week coming up, you feel like, oh yeah, I am overanalyzing my decisions. I'm mentally rehearsing over and over again. And again, there's nothing wrong with having, okay, what do I want to say? How do I want to say it? Cool. That feels good in my system. Now let me go ahead and do it. It's the ruminating and the perseverating, the over and over and over again piece that becomes that mental noise that doesn't stop. Right?
I used to call that my tape recorder because it would just play over and over and over.
Well, and I love in ACT, acceptance and commitment therapy, which I use, they talk about that, right? The record or the book, the tape recorder is such a great example. It's like, I don't want to listen to this tape anymore. Like, out you go. And actually labeling it is a great tool for diffusion, because I'm able to go, oh, this is the record about the time when, right? Or maybe I call it like my silly brain or whatever it is, right? But like, nope.
I definitely have one of those.
And I'm going to take out this one because this is what I want to listen to, right? And we choose what we want to put into the player or put on the recorder or what book we want to read in that kind of, allegory of thinking and the mind.
Mm-hmm.
So tiny moments of noticing can change everything, right? This is where thought no longer runs the show. We're letting awareness come into the picture. So this is where the gift of precision comes in, right? Seeing what's actually here. And precision is not perfection, right? I know, again, we can get caught up in all of that, but it's really about presence. If I can be truly present, my awareness becomes steady. I stop filling in all the blanks with assumptions, and I can see what's actually here, right? And I know you've probably done this with clients too. I do it often where I go, is that what you think happened, or is that what actually happened? Yeah. Or like, if somebody's, narrating something and they're like, and then they thought, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Did they say they thought that?
Hey, what did they do? And let's notice that. And yes, Leah, you can always ask a question.
We're not doing card readings or anything today.
That's what I was going to say. If it's for
you can always ask a question.
You can always ask a question because we'll talk about just about anything.
Well, within reason.
I mean, we've talked about a lot of different things.
True.
Yeah, but I guess there are some places we don't want to go just because the whole idea of this is to, sit in an energy that feels good, that lifts us up, that holds space for connection and all of that.
Yes.
But yes, I don't think that Leah's going to ask anything that's, outside of that.
True.
Yeah. So what does precision feel like? Noticing without judgment, listening without preparing a response. Really just, again, it's that presence, allowing silence even to finish a conversation. It's okay to not have to continually go. I mean, here we are on the show. If we sat here in silence for too long, that might be funny, but I mean, it might be good too.
Maybe we should try it. Yeah, no, that's just uncomfortable.
I mean,
I feel the eyes.
It kind of defeats the purpose of the show, but we're.
I'm up for trying things, but yeah.
But yeah, okay. So we'll come to light language in a minute. Let me just finish with the energies for today, because I know we've been like blah, blah, blah. Well, I've been like blah 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 blah. So just bring it back. So I'm going to give you some journal prompt reflections. So, what thoughts have I been believing without questioning? That's important, right? Without questioning it, without challenging it. What have I just believed? What small details have I maybe overlooked this week? What changes when I observe instead of interpret? That's a big one. Yeah. And what would it be like to trust my quiet knowing? So the affirmation for this week is, I meet each moment with curiosity rather than certainty. I see clearly before I speak. And as I become present to what is, truth naturally reveals itself. So I will put that in the comments in the post, and so there you go. So that's our energy that we're coming into.
Very good. And there you go. I see it all popping up there.
Yay.
So let's go back to the question then. How do you know light language is real and not gibberish? Because like at first it feels like, what? That's a good question. I think for me, I can tell when it's coming through and it's real because I don't even think about it. It just comes out of my mouth automatically. And I'm not, if I'm thinking about it, that would not be something I would say. So I know that I'm channeling.
I don't know. I speak gibberish fairly often. So I've lost my words. But that's different than light language.
Yeah, it feels different though too. Even
does. It really does.
I think as the person doing it, you can tell that you're channeling. There's like that feel of, oh, okay, someone's coming in and like, I'm just going to let this happen sort of thing. So I think when we're doing it, that's what it is. If you're looking at somebody else's and wondering, the proof is in the pudding, is what they say, right? So the more you feel it, oftentimes people will just feel really relaxed, or they'll feel like a heart opening. It depends whether it's like an activation or whether it's a healing thing, or because they each have different kind of what am I trying to say?
Energies.
Yes, and intentions. Intentions is the word I'm looking for. Yeah. Yes, like Kaylee's saying here, I feel it energetically. Yeah. That's how you can tell it's not just gibberish if you're listening to it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and there is definitely, for each of us, we're going to feel it differently depending on our connection to the energies too. And I know, there's people who do a lot of channeling of light language, and some of them feel fantastic and they really resonate, and others from the same person. And I'm like, that doesn't really resonate for me. And it's all okay. Like it's meant for somebody else, and that's fine.
Yep.
Right. So if it resonates for you, then take from it what you're meant to take from it. And if it doesn't, that's okay. Just let it, be for somebody else.
Yeah, because sometimes, we resonate with it if we've got like a past life as that type of being, like Pleiadian, for instance. With my past life as a Pleiadian, if I'm hearing Pleiadian light language, it feels like coming home.
Yes.
And if it's one of the others, I might not feel the same connection to it.
And what I mean too is even more so if, like, there are certain people who, like Lyran, y'all know I'm very connected with the Lyran. And sometimes I will hear something and I'm like, oh, my heart. I'm home. Very much to what you're saying, Tanys, right? It's that
coming home.
Other times I will hear somebody channel something and they say it's Lyran, and I'm like, it just doesn't hit me, right?
Mhm.
And that's fine. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
Right? That message was for somebody else, and that's okay. Right? It doesn't make it any less real. It doesn't make it any less true. It's just not for me, and that's okay. And so, that part of us where if, we might listen to something and go, it just means that one's not for us, and that's fine.
That's right. Kind of like Kaylee says here, it's kind of like energy workers, right? We don't resonate with every energy worker. We resonate with certain ones more than others. Yeah. And that's why, we can't take it personally if somebody finds somebody else to go to, because it might just be that we just don't resonate with that, and that's okay.
Absolutely. Right? I say it all the time. I am not everybody's cup of tea. Not everybody likes tea, and I'm definitely a cup of tea. I'm not a cup of coffee. Right? So again, I think that, it's good. And in human design and the Gene Keys, I love the way that they talk about the fractals, because it helps us to make sure that we don't take it personally. Right? So we know that the earth has its crystalline grid, and that crystalline grid has fractals all over it. So imagine it like this giant kind of crystalline webbing that is all over. I'm seeing that Long Island iced tea.
Yes, that's what I'm giggling at.
I know. Looking at it, trying not to laugh.
And Cody's like, doo-doo-doo. We should say hi to Shem while we're chatting about that.
Shem.
Hey, Shem. Thanks for joining us.
Mm-hmm. Fractals. I was like, where am I? And they're like, fractals. I'm like, oh, okay, fractals. But the beautiful thing of that is that we each have our own fractals. And so we are meant to interact with the people who are on our fractals, and not everybody is on the same ones. Mm-hmm. We're all on different ones. So even my fractal and Tanys's, they're very similar, and we end up having a lot of the same connections, but they're also there are parts that go off in their own direction. And so people who are not on our fractal, I don't care how hard we try, they're not going to be connected to us. Yeah. Because we're just not meant to have our energies connected. We might meet and go, but it's not going to be that same kind of energy connection. And so it's going to be the same with everything. Transmissions that come through, messages, downloads, light language, all of it is going to be uniquely our own. And that's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm. Does that answer your question? And do we have any other questions?
Yeah, we could do a Q&A session.
Q&A. We got a bunch of you on here today, so let's do Q&A. What do you want to know?
Yeah.
We're kind of open books, so what do you want to know?
I'm like,
I think we may have been together before. I would think we have been.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, and you think about it, you're all here. Yeah. And you all continue to be here, which means that we are on the same fractals. Even if we don't meet in person, our energies are meant to come together.
Exactly. I like to look at it like the seed of life with the circles, and we're all linked, but the ones that overlap your circle are for you, even though they're all connected. Yes.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yes, Cody, I love that.
Definitely. I think I'm comfortable. You think you're comfortable? Feel into that. I think we just said we want to feel this week.
No. I think with the answer to the question.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. I think that's what that's in relation to. I mean, I also hope you're comfortable.
We want you to be comfortable. Take your shoes off, relax, get comfy.
Yeah. It's so fascinating too, right? This the energy that we're in and the curiosity piece that comes with it. So I like the idea of doing questions.
Family?
Family.
You think we're all family. We are all family. We're soul family. That's why you're here. Is that what you mean?
Mm-hmm.
That could be a topic, though. What is comfortable? Is it just being relaxed, feeling safe, being seen, all of the above?
And so much more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's part of it too, right? Like, and to the idea of comfortable and family and soul family, like soul family, we don't always make each other comfortable.
No.
Right?
Sometimes we show a mirror.
Yeah. And part of being in that soul family is that we have these, if you believe in the contracts idea, we have these contracts where we are meant to stretch each other, to help each other grow and to hold space for each other in that process. And, I love, being in this space. And I know Tanys and I both have definitely had opportunities to help each other grow over the years.
So think sister love. This is what
it's a really nice saying that we push each other's buttons sometimes, and it's okay.
Yeah. But we know we love each other, and that's good.
Exactly. Yeah. And when we are in that space, it's like we can work through it. We can deal with it. We can navigate it.
Yeah.
And I do think that everybody who is here, we're connected because we are soul connections, right? Yeah. Our souls have agreed to travel together and to hold space for each other in some way in this crazy experience that we call being human.
It is a crazy experience, really. It is.
It is
life.
Mm-hmm.
So Shem is wondering about healing for her left shoulder. She's been told she's got second stage arthritis. Oh. All right. We will send some healing. Ooh, beautiful. Absolutely. She had a moment on Saturday where I actually paused and allowed myself to say, this moment right now is perfect.
Oh,
beautiful.
I love that.
She was out with a friend at lunch. Food was amazing. Weather was perfect.
Beautiful.
It was indeed a lovely day on Saturday.
Yeah, beautiful. Mm-hmm. And definitely, Shem, to sending that healing energy. And I know, last time too, was it last time or maybe 2 times ago? Gerald was on last time. A couple times ago, we were sending that energy. And I think that's been, an ongoing kind of piece. And we don't always say, oh, sending energy now, but I know Tanys and I have talked about it and had that experience of like, whoo, we're flowing. Okay. Yeah. It's just going, it's flowing, it's all good. And so the directing of that energy is to anybody who needs it. And Shem, to you and your shoulder, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I asked for projected for a minute yesterday, and it was a weird to reorient. Oh, okay. Astral projection.
Ah, okay.
Astral protected.
Projected. It's okay. Autocorrect is a real pain in the bum. So I think I astral projected for a minute yesterday, and it was really weird to reorient myself to where I was at. Yes.
Yes, it can be. Indeed. Indeed. Mm-hmm. Yes, autocorrect. Isn't it fun?
I know. I said to somebody at one point, sorry that I pocket diapered you. And I'm like, that would never be what I said. I don't know how you're auto-correcting to diapered instead of dialed. Like, that doesn't even work for like
diapered.
Anyway, no more pocket diapering.
All right. There we go. In her mind, she was in another room. Yeah, so you were still out of your body.
Yeah.
Still astral projected.
Yeah. Now, have you been doing that more recently? Is it the first time? Kind of what's the experience with that? Because I remember the very first couple times of leaving the body felt so weird coming back into it. The leaving part is like, yeah, we're good. Let's go. But the coming back in, especially when you're not fully back, can be a bit off-putting.
And like those rough re-entries, you know, when you're in bed and you know you've left your body and you come back and you like do this whole like jerk your body and you're like, whoa, what was that? Rough re-entry.
Rough re-entry.
Yeah.
Or those times where you're back, but you haven't started the connections back yet. So you're like stuck. You're like, I can't move. I can't do anything, but I know I'm back. That can be a little off-putting too.
Yes, absolutely. So she says that I think I've done it a few times, but yesterday really caught me up by surprise and I noticed it more. It took a while to see my surroundings correctly. So that was you coming back and really sort of trying to make those connections like Jen was saying again.
Yeah. I think, at least for me, when I was first kind of doing it, when I would come back, I would let myself really reintegrate. Start with just like wiggling my extremities, right? Feeling into it before I'd even open my eyes or let myself like take in too much sensory information. Just because it could be really jarring, especially if we don't have control of the body again yet.
Well, and the other thing, if you know you're doing it, like if you know you're going to do it on purpose, it looks like that wouldn't have helped you, Kiara, in this circumstance. But I always put a grounding cord down and anchor myself into the earth around the central core. That way I know where to come back. I mean, you're going to know where to come back anyway. So it's not like it's scary, but it's like I don't know, for me, that's more grounding. I haven't had as many rough re-entries.
Yeah.
With that. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Yep.
Okay. She's watching a show on YouTube and got thinking about something, and then the mind traveled.
Yep. Yeah. Did you go to the show? Did you go to where they were? Because that happens. We actually end up there. And I think my theory is that that's why a lot of sensitives have difficulty watching like horror shows or real life stuff because they actually go there. Yeah. Right? And then they're like, oh, well, that's good. That wasn't too far. You can find
old bedroom across the house. That's not too far at all.
And find your way back. That is good. Those are the kind that are fun. I taught a class not long ago on it, and I had the students travel here to come and see. And so they came and they were telling me what was on my desk and stuff. It was a lot of fun to try that. I was glad my desk was clean that day. So, but but it's fun to try, right?
Yeah. Hello to Rachel.
Hey, Rachel. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. I used to sit on my bed and watch the birds out the window, and that's what sent me there. Okay. Yeah.
So how many of you guys have done some astral projection or traveled or any kind of out-of-body experiences? It would be interesting to explore different experiences and see what works for different people. There's definitely practices that you can do. I know the gateway tapes and stuff do meditations, and some people have found a lot of success with that. Some people have come across some really interesting stuff that didn't feel so great with that. So being mindful of what resonates for you and what doesn't.
Michael and your higher self for safety. Higher self always knows where to come back. So that's a good thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But procedure wise, like, it's one example of what you can do um, to have that out of body experience.
Yeah.
Who was it? So one of the people on the show just the other night was talking about teaching people like about remote viewing and stuff like that as well. And so I know that there's definitely techniques specific to these different ways of getting out of the body.
Yep. And some people travel like Kiara, like just automatically. They don't have to try. And other people it's more challenging because it is a matter of like letting go. And we're not always great. As humans are not always great at letting go to allow it to happen. I may have once or twice in dream state, but not sure if traveling or vivid dreaming. Is there a difference? Well, that's a good question.
That's a really good question. Yes and no.
Yeah. It depends.
Yeah. When we're in the dream state, we are astral traveling. How we're traveling in the astral is different, depending on kind of the intention. The way I had explained it, actually, I did a show on dreams with Michelle, who's going to be on with us from the outer realm. I'd have to check to know exactly, but maybe. I'm so not good with times, guys. And she'll be with the 20th. She'll be on with us. And we did a really cool talk on dreams. And the way it came through to explain it was like astral travel is the umbrella. Oh, the computer is the umbrella. And then things like lucid dreaming and out of body experiences and like all of those come kind of under the umbrella of that astral travel. So, very interesting dreams and things like that could all be a part of the overall umbrella.
Yeah. No, not Michelle Marie. It's what's her name?
Michelle de Rocher. I'm not good with French.
De Rochelle, I think, isn't it?
It's ERS.
ERS de Rocher.
De Rocher.
Yeah.
Yes, and she does the outer realm and beyond the outer realm. And she's got really, really cool kind of like conversations about a lot of the stuff that we do. So it'll be neat to have her on with us. And
I'm looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
Cody says, I haven't astral projected, but I can project my consciousness to places and into different parts of my body.
Beautiful.
That's astral projection.
Yeah, we're not talking about bilocating, which is a completely different thing. Where like physically you're boom into places. Like we're talking about, and you can astral bilocate, but like
you can, yeah.
But no, anytime your consciousness is going anywhere, you're
astral traveling.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, you put Kira's up, and I just kept on going with Cody's.
It's okay. It's okay. I know Insidious the other day was nice because I understood it more. The boy in the movie was basically lost in an astral plane. Yes. So that happens sometimes when people are in a coma, they're lost in the astral. So sometimes we need to pull people back from the astral in that way, in that situation.
Yeah.
So I dream crazy, vividly, psychically. I had a dream about many things happening before they did. Yes, I feel like I get stuck in dreams and that it's work. So maybe I'm doing it wrong. No, it sounds like you're doing it right.
But getting stuck in them, that's just about the lucidity, right? And we're not always lucid when we're in them. The more lucid we are, the more we're able to kind of change the dream, direct the dream, all of that. But
maybe I'm doing it naturally. I mean, yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't say wrong, but yeah, it's just that I've had dreams, and I've told you guys before, like I have tells in my dreams where I know I'm dreaming. And because the veils get so thin sometimes, my tells happen here. And then I'm like, oh, am I actually awake or am I dreaming? I remember one time I had a dream. And so my tells normally are like, technology does not work. I can never make a phone call in the astral. Brakes on cars will not work. If I am driving and I hit the brakes, they do not ever work in my dreams. These are my tells, right? Like whatever they are for each of us. But these are ones specifically that I know immediately, like I'm in a dream state. So if somebody ever cut my brakes in the real world, I'd be like, I'm dreaming. Let me just wake up. That probably wouldn't go so well. I'm joking. But again, like when we have those in the dream state, it helps us to become conscious of the fact that we're dreaming. And so I remember, having a dream at one point and nothing was working. And I remember waking up and saying to Dawn, in my dream, I asked you if I was dreaming and you were like, no, we're not dreaming. We're awake. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming right now. And then I woke up and I was dreaming.
Yes. Yep. Kaylee says, okay, then I would be. She says she likes to hang out at our houses, especially when she's trying to fall asleep.
Yeah.
I do ask your higher selves first. Okay.
We've had a conversation about that because she'll come in and just sit on the sofa or in the chair or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. Have fun.
Yeah.
Do you do? Calm yourself. It's all good.
Yeah. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Insanely intense. It can take a day or two to recover. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, if they're that intense, it takes a bit for your nervous system to recover from things, right?
Yeah. So doing things like you would normally do to help the nervous system when you come back into the body would be great, right? Yeah. Like the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5 things I see, 4 things I hear, 3 things I feel, right? 2 things I smell, 1 thing I taste. So I'm just having to go through them. Yeah. But being able to ground yourself, even ice can be very grounding. I think my camera's frozen. Maybe it is on my end.
There we go. You're back.
Like ice can be very grounding, putting that and just kind of, again, it brings you back into the body. It brings the senses back, and they're good for calming the nervous system. So good tools to use when you're,
So keep ice in your freezer.
Mm-hmm.
And Cody says, I haven't felt the experience of leaving the body yet, but I have experienced the vibrational state, but haven't left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And Rachel says, I actually feel like losing Ozzy has opened me. Ollie, not Ozzy, Ollie has opened me up so significantly with that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She's walking on the trails right now. Helps me to reground.
Beautiful.
Ice, interesting. I was into ice pops yesterday, hardcore.
That might be why.
Yep. I've had a few near-death experiences, but didn't leave those times either. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's when we have those near-death experiences. Sometimes when we, if you're in a car accident, people have that thing that they're over themselves watching the accident scene and stuff. Sometimes when we do that, actually, we can rip our aura as we leave the body because it's a sudden, kind of, so we get pushed out in the wrong spots. That's what I've heard anyway. We can leave holes in our aura, so we're better to, make sure we get the holes fixed if we end up in that situation.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
I've had a few experiences, one even as a kid, and it is a really interesting experience to be outside of the body and making a decision if you want to go back into it or not.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
I was in such a bad mental state one time that I actually came out of my body and was watching myself drive from the passenger side. Ooh.
That would be scary. Yeah.
That would be scary.
Mm-hmm.
I think she was saying that's scary about the holes in the aura thing, but I think the other is more scary.
Yeah,
Holes in the
your aura is fine. Your aura can recover. We get holes in it all the time and seal them up.
We do.
It's all good.
Yeah. We don't need to be afraid of that. It's just
No.
good to get them sealed. What about salt? I saw a healer last week. It was so intense the way she connected that I was eating tons of salt for days after. Salt is usually a purifier, a cleanser.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess it can help us stay hydrated if we have a little bit. But
yeah, it's interesting that was the case. I would just be mindful of how you feel with anybody that you work with, right? And if you feel like that need to cleanse after, like, just be mindful of that. And if it continues to happen, it's something worth noticing and noting.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. She pulled over. I'm glad.
Good. That's wild when you're driving and feeling. I shared an experience actually with one of our classes where, because I don't remember exactly when it was, maybe you remember the timeline a bit better, but there was a point in time where everything was so thin. Like, and I feel like it's gotten thicker again. Like, it's not as thin as it was, but there was a period of time where everything was so thin that you felt like you were kind of like moving between dimensions and timelines and all of that stuff. It was really that like everything everywhere all at once kind of idea. And I shared the experience. I was driving actually to pick up Ray, and I'm on the road, and all of a sudden I could see me on the road like 100 times over with all of the different possibilities of what people were doing. And I was like, I can't drive like this. I have no idea if the light's red or green at this moment. I have no idea what the cars around me are actually going to do because I'm seeing like all of the possibilities. And I was like, you can't keep me like this. And then all of a sudden I was right back and I was okay. And I was able to keep driving, but it was wild because you can't. It is terrifying, Kira. Like you don't know what's what or where to go or what to do because we don't have the ability to be present, which is why all of this stuff is super cool within like reason.
Yeah. We still need to work at being present in our bodies and being grounded.
Yeah.
It's fun to talk about and all that, but we do need to, especially when we're doing things like driving and whatnot.
Yeah.
These things happen, of course, sometimes, right? Because it is what it is. We're all, energy in our bodies. We're souls in human bodies. So the soul gets confused every so often and wants to change things up. So, well, that's good. I'm glad she was fantastic.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, and it could be just, that kind of purifying after the fact. Like, how we talk about when you do energy work and drinking water, because water can cleanse the energy and it kind of solidifies change. It grounds us, all of that kind of stuff. So the salt might have just been like anything that was left, any remnants of anything or whatever. It just was trying to purify. So like,
yeah, I mean, I often recommend people take a Himalayan salt bath after for that reason, right? To get the sort of residue off and all of that. Yeah. And Cody's saying, I'll just assume there was no chance I was leaving yet.
No, you got stuff to do still.
That's right. We have things to do.
Meant to still be here.
Things to do, places to go, people to meet. Done plant medicine before. It reminded me of that. So you were deep into meditative state. Yeah. Yeah, it's fascinating. I mean, when you first start doing journey work, it's like that. You're in this space that's unfamiliar when you first start, and you're not quite sure what that means or what you're supposed to do there, or why am I here? If you do get used to it though, after a while, the journey work becomes so natural. I do it now without even thinking about it. So it does become natural. But at first it's very off-putting.
Yeah.
Or when you first start seeing the other dimensions. You know, I remember when I first started seeing ghosts,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, what is going on? I'm seeing all this stuff. I had to like call my Reiki master and go, Susan, what's going on? I remember there was one day my son was house sitting. He's a sensitive too. And he called me and he's like, there's a man standing in my bedroom looking at me. And I said, okay, is this in the physical or not? Because it's a different response you're going to get. It was not.
Right. So it's staring at you in the physical. Yeah.
I figured if he was calling me and not the police, that it was likely not
the physical.
But
too funny.
Yeah. Well, I think most people do, Rachel, you know, because it's something that's unknown and we get afraid of the unknown.
Yeah. And the sensationalism in movies and everything else that make it so it's scary. I remember, again, I've shared, like I've seen things since I was a little kid, and it was terrifying when you don't have context and you don't know. And the only things that you do know are like scary stories that people tell you and stuff like that. Like it can be, you know, our nervous system also doesn't know how to handle things that we don't understand. And when the only reference point is, you know, movies that make ghosts out to be bad guys, right? Like, of course, our nervous system's going to go, "Ooh, not safe, not safe, not safe."
Yeah, exactly. I started discussing that with clients in a way that it's like ghosts are kind of like, you know, being at the mall, because some of them might be angry, but most of them are just lost and not sure where they're going. So they're wandering like in the mall. So, you know, I mean, the percentage is the same. They're people. So the percentage is about the same. It's, you just pretend you're in the mall. Yeah. I do traffic control. That's all. Into the light. Go into the light.
Well, and that's mall world, right? I remember we were talking about that. Michelle and I were talking about that. Like in the dream state, there's so many people who've gone to this mall world that has everything in it, right? And it's a place where people are recognizing that, wait a minute, when I'm in the dream state, I'm actually connecting with other people. Like this isn't just some weird random thing. Like,
yeah.
And people have, you know, connected in the dream state and then connected in the real world and went, oh, so this is legit. This is real. Like we're actually meeting in the astral.
Yep. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know we've done that lots.
Yep.
I'm very sensitive, but I love dark, scary stuff. But I can't stand the real violence and fighting, etc. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and that may be because you're astral traveling more than you think. Because really, when we're seeing scary stuff in movies and stuff, if you're actually astral traveling there, then you know that it doesn't feel real. Right? But if you're actually dealing with fighting or dark violence and stuff, and you're astral traveling there, then it's
going to feel
it
more.
Feels it.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yep. I once had a dog. One of our family friends lost their dog, and she came for a session. And next thing I knew, her dog was Candy, and she jumped. She walked in and jumped up on her chest, and she was like right in her face as I'm doing Reiki. It was kind of cute. Yeah.
Aww. Yeah.
Cody says the ghosts I've seen have been very sad, but I've seen other things that are like frowning and flowing and changing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Often the ghosts are sad because if they understand they're dead, they're sad because they are not with their family. If they don't understand they're dead, then they're kind of like frustrated sometimes because they're like, nobody's talking to me, and they don't understand that it's because nobody can hear them. So, yeah. The spirits go elsewhere. Well, we all.
Well, I mean, some stick around and some go. It's interesting. So Tanys and I have different kind of views on ghosts and what ghosts even are.
Yeah.
But like, I think that, you know, our spirit, our soul, like that which is us moves on. Like there is nothing left behind. There is no remnant of it. But what ends up happening is our different bodies, because we have our emotional body, our mental body, our causal body, like all of the different bodies.
Mhm.
And the ones that hold our personality, our mental, and all of that, that's what stays behind. And so when we talk about like unfinished business and stuff like that, it's those like parts of us that were very much into this single identity that stay behind. And so when we're crossing over, we're not actually crossing over. We're just helping them finish that business so they can release, because the soul's already gone on. That's my belief of it. So when it comes to things like our animals and stuff like that, they stay with us longer. That energy stays with us longer because of that deep connection.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the other parts of us, especially with other people, we're so into ourselves, we're all over the place and off we go. And so that personality part of us that gets left behind is like, I got to go do my thing. Whereas animals are so caught up in their connection with us. Like that's just the energy that they have with them. And so that's what ends up staying and always staying really close to us.
Yeah, I agree that connection definitely affects how much they come and see us. So for me, there's a difference. For me, the density of the energy is different when they're here, like as a ghost, versus when they just come back and see us, because they always come back and see us and all of that stuff. And that's like a higher density. So for me, when I'm speaking about it in that way, it's like I see them differently. It's they're more of a denser energy. They're not as translucent as when they've, you know, in my framework, they've crossed over and they're just coming back for a visit. So that's the difference for me. What's this?
I watched Jurassic Park as a child, went up to my room, and there was a butterfly on my bed. Window didn't have screens. I screamed bloody murder because all the eyes saw. It's a pterodactyl. That's hilarious.
Aww. Terrifying, but hilarious.
Yeah. It's wild what our minds do.
It is.
And how that it's so funny. And I you know, I've shared about this before, about how, like, you know, it's like, oh, we're going to settle in for a movie night, and we, you know, pop our popcorn and we turn off all the lights and we're like, yeah, we're good to go. And then something jump scares us or something in the movie. And we're like, I'm just going to turn this light on and I'm just going to turn that light over there on. Nothing has actually changed, but
how we view it. Yeah, exactly. Awesome. Well, I can't believe it's been an hour already, Jen.
Wow.
How did that happen?
I don't know. We got talking and you guys were asking some great questions and putting out some really awesome comments, and it flew.
It did. So we have home play.
Let's get that out.
Let's get that out, and I'll look at the calendar and see what we're doing. What are we doing? Do we have anything this week? We're kind of in summer gear, I think, eh?
That's a good question.
So things are a little bit... Oh, yeah, I do have... So tomorrow night, I have the intro to the... It's the introduction to the Galactic Shaman program, because the program is starting on the 8th of August at the Lionsgate. So that intro is tomorrow night at 7:30. So you can find that on the website. If you want to come, it's free. It's 1 hour. Just come see what it's about. See what a Galactic Shaman actually is. So that I have Kabbalah, but that's not anything there. We have support group this weekend with Beyond Being Human. So beyondbeinghuman.net.
.org.
.org.
Support-groups.
There you go. So that's at 7:30 on Saturday. So you can come and hang out with us and chat, like on Zoom.
Yeah.
Oh, we do have Reiki share on Friday. That is true. We have in-person Reiki share on Friday because I am on vacation when it's supposed to happen next week or the week after. That is next week already. Oh, look at that.
It's it's a hymus.
Time flies.
It's an interesting thing.
Yep.
All right. So the card we got is Follow the Cycles. Follow the cycles. And this is interesting. So the Sunday energy update, which I put out late, my apologies, and then the Mystic Monday message that came out today has to do with like noticing those cycles, that change that's coming, right? Like that part of us that wants to emerge. So follow the cycles. Everything in life has a season. You are a child of creation, but your body is made of the earth. Mother Earth's children are created within the great cycles of life. You are built to flow in cyclical rhythms. Are you out of sync with the sacred feminine flow of life? Every season has a natural length and serves a sacred purpose. Are you pushing forward on a project or relationship when all the signals say slow down? There is no need for great effort. The cycles of life are effortless in that they happen naturally and organically. When you are experiencing struggle, your sacred masculine drive might be forgetting to listen to your sacred feminine cycles. Listen to the signals of stress being sent from your body and your emotions. Stress is a message that you are moving against the current of the natural cycles. When drawing upon the wisdom of the mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual bodies, you will know when to take strong action and when to nurture the quiet time. Trust that all will get done. Follow the cycles, and your life will bring harmony to all.
I definitely feel that we're in cycles at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, we're always in cycles. I don't think I actually even talked about it on here, and I know we're at time, but maybe next time we'll share about it because I did an app for you to track your natural cycles. We all have biorhythms, and our biorhythms are based on our birth date, and then they flow from there in their own cycles. And it's so important to know our cycle. If we don't recognize it, then we'll get into a certain part of our cycle and we'll be pushing ourselves and being like, why can't I just do this?
Yeah.
And knowing the cycle, it's like, oh, that's why. Okay. Yeah. The other week there was a day and I was like, I was feeling jittery. My whole body was like, oh, I need to move. I need to do something. And then but I was like, I have no energy, no capacity. I couldn't understand. My physical cycle was at its peak. My mental cycle was at its lowest. So
that'll do it.
I had the energy, but I had no capacity to figure out what to do with it. And I was like, oh. Yes. And the moment I noticed, I was like, okay, that makes sense. And then I was able to navigate the energy. But without knowing it, it was just like, what is happening right now?
That's like that tired but wired feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, thanks, Kira. Thanks for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
What have you got going on this week, Jen?
That's it. I just, the updates and the
support group?
That there. See, words sometimes.
It can be hard.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you all so much for joining us. It's always such an honor to be on here and have you guys join us and share your energy. And we're sending lots of love and healing to all who need it. Final thought?
Give yourself that love and that grace because, man, we're going to need it with the next little bit of time coming. Don't rush what is unfolding. Let it come through in that natural cycle, and it's going to feel a lot more aligned and authentic.
Absolutely. And as always, lead with love, and let love lead you. We'll see you soon. Take care now.